Good morning, Campbell Chapel. As requested, we'll provide a monthly update to the project we have underway, which is the restoration and rehabilitation of the Historic Campbell Chapel. For those of you who are new to the church, the Historic Campbell Chapel is just across on the other side of the parking lot. It was built in 1853. In 1874, 9 formerly enslaved people purchased it for $500. They probably helped build it in 1853. If you go to the next slide, the church has committed to restoring and rehabilitating that chapel. It established a 501c3, the Campbell Chapel Community Development Ministry, to actually carry out a mission, and that's the restoration and rehabilitation of the historic chapel. On the next slide, you'll see that we organized the project into 2 phases. If it's highlighted in green, that means that phase has already been completed. Because of the pandemic, we started into the construction phases. When we started, we discovered there was asbestos that needed to be assessed, removed, and then abated. That was done in 2024, and we began selective removals over the last couple of quarters. We are about to start phase 3. If you go to the next slide, we'll get a deeper look as to what's going on in phases 2 and phase 3. Again, if it's in green, that work has been completed. Last time we were with you, we updated you on the fact that we were about to start the front porch slab removal and beginning to restore it. That's been done. That's why phase 2 is shaded in green. To start phase 3, one of our funders requires that we go through a review process to make sure we're ready to start phase 3. That's where we are now. We'll share just a couple of pictures as to what's going on. If you go to the next slide, a quick review. That's what the historic chapel looked like. There were 4 columns that supported the roof on the front porch. There was a social hall that was added on the right side of that slide. That would have to be removed because it was not part of the historic chapel. On the next slide, you'll see, as we shared with you last month, we actually removed the front columns and began accessing the front porch. Notice the front porch has brick piers, but they're filled in with concrete blocks. On the next slide, you'll see the project started removing that porch. Interesting discoveries. When we took off the sides of the porch, guess what we found? Oyster shells. It was completely packed with oyster shells. You literally could have walked on those. So someone was meticulous about wanting to fill out that design. So on the left side, you'll see someone tearing away one of the sides. On the right side, you'll see a frontal view of the steps leading into the historic chapel, and those are all oyster shells. Right now, they're on the other side of the historic chapel if you want to take a look at them when services are over. On the next slide, we'll see something else that was interesting that we discovered. Inside the concrete blocks were newspapers, and these newspapers help us date when that porch was actually put in place. Hard to read, but we give you a close-up. If you were to read closely on the headline, you'll see a story about something that happened in 1953. So that tells us that's when that porch must have been assembled. If you go to the next slide, you'll recall we're showing you the rear of the church now, and in the rear of the church we had put in a choir loft that was added in the 1950s. That would have to come out because it was not part of the historic chapel. But when we removed the back walls, we discovered that there was an apse. An apse is an extension from the church where something could be added. Could be an altar, could be a pulpit, could be something for a statue. That apse was part of the original construction, and so now we're deciding how to reinterpret that apse. But first we had to restore it, and on the next slide you'll see that we actually did do the restoration. You'll see some work on the foundation. You'll see brick piers that actually support that apse on the left side and the middle picture. And on the right side of the picture, you'll see how that apse extended out from the rear of the church. All of that's been stabilized now, and we're ready to go to phase 3. Well, let's go to the next slide. How are we paying for this? You'll see the planning phase and phase 1 They were paid for with grants from Beaufort County and the town of Bluffton. The cost was $274,000. We raised those funds through the Beaufort County and the town, $287,000. Phase 2, you'll see we've largely completed. $243,000 was the cost. We raised $320,000. Preparing to go into Phase 3, we've already raised $219,000 from the National Fund for Sacred Places, and the town of Bluffton has given us another grant for $109,000. We have altogether, we've raised $935,000, and we have $575,000 in outstanding requests. Let me wrap up with a couple of slides. In terms of funding requests for the future, we have a grant that we're going through with Beaufort County. It's in blue because it's funding opportunities we're working on. We've approached the Community Foundation of the Lowcountry. We're working closely with them. And last week we met with the Coastal Community Foundation, and we're trying to get access to the Mellon Foundation. Lastly, we'll wrap up with this slide, and it just shows you additional activities underway. We've done an economic halo study to look at the impact of Campbell Chapel across the broader community, whether it's through social services or employment or contractors. Campbell Chapel contributes a little over $2.5 million to the community. We have been going. In conclusion, we ask that you pray for us, that our work continue to be at the center of God's will. Thank you.